Alright, let me show you how to make selections in Photoshop. So you have to remove the background from an image or any other form of selection in Photoshop. I'll show that to you quickly in this tutorial. So let's get started. First of all, let's use this normal rectangular marquee selection tool. You can just make a selection around an image, create that box. Let's drag that around. Try to center it as best as we can. Okay. Now we go to adjustments, and everything we are doing here will only affect that selected area. So the whole hue and saturation effects will not affect the whole image any longer, but only a selection. Okay, you can see it creates that layer with just the selection. Okay, make a selection again, and this time hit Ctrl J just to copy only that selection into a new layer. You can drag that around now. Just do whatever you want with that selection. So let's undo that and Ctrl D to unselect that. Now let's do the same thing using a circle this time around. Okay, holding down Shift, by the way, Shift and Alt. Now Ctrl J again, select only the head in the circle. Alright, now let's duplicate to multiple layers to show you different tools. Now this is the Lasso tool. It helps you to make a selection around your image with free hand. There are situations when it is applicable. Okay, I've made the selection now, and it automatically creates that line around it. You can see the selection after using Ctrl J to create a new layer with the selection. Okay, let's try a different tool now. Polygon Lasso tool. It works like the Lasso tool, but this time around you make clicks, creating straight lines from one point to another, just connecting those points continuously till you have made a selection around the image. If you are really careful and patient, you can actually make a very good selection around an object with this Lasso tool, this Polygon Lasso tool. So yeah, I've made the selection. Again, you can hit Ctrl J to create a new layer, or you can just add the solid to make it like a silhouette around the image. Change the color to whatever you want. Yeah. Alright, let's try a different tool now. The magnetic lasso tool. This kind of works making an automatic selection around the image, like where there are color differences. Tries to predict. I took my hand back there, so that's messed it up a bit. But once we hold down the left click and you keep dragging around to make the selection the best way it can. You can see it struggles with the area where we have two similar colors. Otherwise it's not doing a very bad job anyway. So that's the selection there. Okay. Now the quick selection tool. Let's use it to make a selection around this image. I think this is one of the most effective ways of making a quick selection, like it's called, in Photoshop. You can reduce the brush size or increase it depending on where you're making the selections. Now this image is good because it has contrast with the background, although some parts of the jackets might blend in, so it's easier because of the contrast, it's easy for you to make a selection with a quick selection tool. You can keep clicking, adjusting it until you've made a very good selection. Okay, you can also switch to minus, so you subtract selections that you don't want in the image, and switch back to plus to add again. Okay, so we're done with the adjustments. You can hit Ctrl J again to create a new layer of the selection. Now this is, I would say, the best selection we've made so far in this tutorial. That's pretty good. Now you can work with the image, just save it as a PNG, anything you want to do. So you're done with the selection. Alright, so let's select that again. And let's try another tool, the magic wand tool. This comes in handy when you have plain colors, like two plain colors you want to pick really fast. But an image like this, I don't think it will work very well. So yeah, just keep picking and adding those similar colors around the image. Bear in mind that you can adjust the settings from the tolerance up there, that's a menu bar, to make the selections more precise. Okay, that's the magic wand tool. Now let's quickly go to my go-to tool for selection in Photoshop. I think this is just the best when it comes to making selections, because it will take time, but it will help you make a precise selection. The pen tool. Okay, let's just click point. You can adjust the point, make it a curve, unlike the Polygon Lasso tool. You can make the point. So we keep going around, keep doing this until you've selected the entire area that you want to select. Okay, I'm going to fast forward the video now, because obviously this will take several minutes to get done. And there you go, keep making selections, and also know that you can undo when you make a mistake. And I'll come back to this part to show you something, making a selection around that empty space there. Once we are done selecting the entire image, let's zoom out. And zooming in is also very, very important when you're working with this tool to make a more precise selection. Now let's quickly go back to that area, that hair area. You see that open space there? Once you're done with the entire selection and you make a selection inside of the selection, it will now subtract it when you hit enter when you're done with the selection. So we can have that empty space there. Once we are done with our selection, connect the dots and zoom out again, Control and enter to make the selection. Ctrl J. You can see this is the best, by far the best selection we made today. I can confidently say that. So the pen tool is very effective. It's very, very effective, and I recommend it when you're making selections in Photoshop. So yeah, that's all for this tutorial. I'll see you in the next one, the final tutorial, where I'll show you all these tools being used to create a manipulation. So see you in that one. Bye bye.